the beautiful San Francisco, California. The CBI Finals headed your way. The best of three, San Francisco and North Texas getting set to tangle here tonight. Great to have you with us as we take a look at our brackets and how we got to this point. San Francisco, a 3-point win here at home against Campbell. North Texas has been dominant with a new starting lineup in the CBI thus far. Convincing win against Jacksonville State. Oh, great to have you with us. Alongside of Jason Capel, Roy Philpott. Here we are. We're playing basketball. It's the end of March. If you're still playing, Jason, that's a good thing.
Well, it's a chance to play for a championship in two deserving ball clubs. Contrasting styles in this game, though they both love to shoot the three-point shot. When you think of USF, more strategic. They want to grind you out in the half court. Princeton offense, backdoor cuts. And when you think of North Texas, they want to run and gun guards that love to attack downhill and draw and dish.
It's going to be a lot of fun as we take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. For UNT, we're talking four guards, one man anchoring the middle, and Zachary Simmons. It's a different starting lineup than what the Mean Green ran in the regular season, and the end result has been more up and down action, more tempo, and 3 consecutive victories for USF. Frankie Ferrari, the best name in the history of college basketball, on his first team, all West Coast Conference as well. He'll run the point and orchestrate the offense for the Dons. Underway, it's the best of 3. We'll head down to Denton, Texas Wednesday night for game 2 if we're still tied. Game 3 Friday night at the Super Pit. Opening possession, the Dons with possession, and the shot is off the mark by Ferrari. You can't beat that name, Frankie Ferrari, right?
One of the best names in all of basketball, and he has the game to go with it. You talk about how good he's been all season, and he's doing the job. Just under 10 points per game and 6 assists here in the CBI.
Mean Green have won 4 of their last 6. Steep triple. Miller comes up short, and the rebound controlled by McCarthy. USF out of the West Coast Conference. Wraparound basket's good by Chase Foster. Dons this year upset Nevada, also beat St. Mary's in this gymnasium about 6 weeks ago.
We talk about this team wanting to run that Princeton offense in the half court, but they will run at opportune times. Great job there by Foster attacking the paint.
Six to shoot, rejected out of bounds. It'll stay with North Texas. Mean Green out of Conference USA. Finished 8-10 this season in league play. Actually entered the CBI 2 games under 500. Now with 18 victories, and the corner triple is good by Roosevelt Smart, the 4th leading scorer in Conference USA.
And this young man does not need a lot of space or time to get his shot off. 26 points per game in his last 4. A good sign there by the Mean Green.
He's a volume shooter, Jason.
He's going to get him up. But when he gets going, he can get hot in a hurry.
Backdoor cut. This time it's picked off. Woolridge comes out of there with it. And quickly ahead to Jordan Duffy. Rejected at the rim. And USF comes out of there with it. Sneak it in there the last second was Nate Renfro, number 15 in white. Ferrari, step back, in and out. College Basketball Invitational, the only championship that's the best of 3 at this level. A unique format and a chance to see these teams a couple of times this week. Held possession. It'll stay with the Mean Green. Roosevelt Smart, what a performance it's been for the Chicago native. And you see the metrics, 25 points per game, 2nd team all conference. He's actually made 126 triples this year, top 10 in the country.
31 points against Mercer. This young man is a natural born scorer. You're talking about the CBI. Tell me these guys don't care about still playing in the postseason. Guys diving on the floor, moving around, connected defensively. High-level basketball here in San Francisco.
7 to shoot. Here's Miller, 2nd shot attempt. This one's good. And the Mean Green extend their advantage to 5-2. Well, you may be tuning in wondering, what is this tournament? What does it mean? What do these teams have to do with success in basketball? Corner triples good by Chase Foster. You just looked at this year's NCAA tournament to see what it means to win in this tournament as Woolridge with his first basket. And Loyola Chicago won the championship a couple of years ago. Nevada won it as well. And you see this year in the big dance, Jason, well, the Ramblers are still rambling all the way to the Final Four. So if you win in this tournament, it pays dividends perhaps in the years to come.
Anytime you can continue with practice time, a chance to compete for a championship, and just building cultures, two coaches that have not been on the sidelines with the respective teams for an extended period of time, they're building the programs. And Frankie Ferrari, you have to be up on him, make him play in traffic, a deadly shooter from distance.
Euro step, smart, can't connect. Frankie Ferrari, an interesting story. Number 2 in white. Started his freshman year here for the Dons, then transferred to junior college, redshirted. New coaching staff came in. They re-recruited him back to USF. And this season, he's first team All West Coast Conference. Inside, McCarthy hammered. So a story you really don't hear all that often. Guy leaves the program, then comes back, and now he's first team All-League.
Well, the old saying goes, you can always come home. When you have the talent of Frankie Ferrari at the point guard position, you see 13 points per game, just under 9 assists. He's the orchestrator. He's the guy that puts everyone in the right place, creates opportunities for others, and you must show great discipline on the defensive end when you're facing the Dons. Frankie Ferrari, a nice pocket pass, creating opportunities for his big man rolling to the hoop.
Shifted that one down to 4th gear, I think, to make that move, right? Foul win against Duffy. That's his first. Don's up 10-7. I mean, the puns can keep going all game long, unfortunately. We'll keep them to a minimum, but it is a great name. Off the bounce pass. McCarthy comes out of there with a steal. Ferrari, stop and pop. Count it!
And a timeout is being called by North Texas. Live ball turnovers lead to opportunities in transition, and the Ferrari is in full gear. If you go under a ball screen, he freezes you, knocks it down from 3. The Dons ahead by 6.
ESPN.
Back inside War Memorial at the Sobrato Center here in the Bay Area. An 8-0 run for the Dons of USF. And a 6-point advantage. Grant McCaslin, year number 1 down in Denton, Texas. Came from Arkansas State, and he has turned things around in a hurry. North Texas last year, Jason, 8-22, already 18 victories this year. And Kyle Smith for the Dons, year number 2 after a successful stint at Columbia for 6 years. 2 good up-and-comers leading these respective programs. Four and a half minutes in. North Texas known for its three-point shooting the last couple of weeks. Mean Green have poured in 43s in their 3-game run here in the CBI thus far. Mentioned at the top, a different starting lineup in this CBI tournament. Jordan Duffy making his first starts. Michael Miller also inserted into the starting lineup. Better shooters. 6 to shoot on the shot clock here. Smart off the mark. The claim by Zachary Simmons, who then proceeds to turn it over on the over and back.
Zach Simmons did the job inside, corralling that rebound, but he can't be so anxious to get rid of it. Gather himself, get his base low, strong, and then possibly power that ball back to the hoop.
Ferrari thinking about it. The double clutch, and it's all net.
Roy, that's his 3rd 3 so far in this game. You cannot go under ball screens. He will make you pay each time down. You have to have discipline throughout the defensive possession to do the things the right way each time. The inbounder is always the most dangerous person. Woolridge does not chase over the top. He goes 2 players removed. Too much time and space for Ferrari.
Backdoor cut, beautiful ball movement, corner triple is good. Jordan Rattino, a team best 79 triples this year, make it 80, and a 14-0 run in the last 2 minutes for the Dons.
This has been surgical by the Dons. Defensively is where it's starting, forcing tough shots, and they're able to attack early, pushing the ball up. And just dissecting this defense here on the offensive end.
Open look. Not really Renfro's game, more of a defensive stopper for USF this season. Ferrari comes up short. And Woolridge out of control. In transition off the glass, there's Chase Foster once again. A 16-0 run in the last 3 minutes for USF.
Well, Roy, we can talk about the offense of the Dons, but it's beginning with their defense. Gave up one there, not a lot of ball pressure on Woolridge. He's a taller, bigger guard that can see over the top. You have to take away his vision. Nice find for an easy two.
The precision of the Princeton offense on display as McCarthy missed the dunk. Helter-skelter start for both sides. Dons taking control early, and that continues with Retino, his second triple.
The ball is moving so freely from one side of the floor to the other with not a lot of resistance from the Mean Green. You cannot allow the Dons to get into this type of flow where they're just simply pitching and catching and raising up for uncontested three-point shots.
It's like the shoot-around we saw earlier today. Dons start out 6 for 7 from behind the three-point arc. 6 to shoot. It'll stay with the Mean Green.
Just precise ball movement. You see the backdoor cut there. Baseline drive, baseline drift. Just moving the basketball, but it's starting on the defensive end. When defending Woolridge, you understand he loves to attack. You get back, get stopped, force a turnover, leads to yet another easy opportunity for the Dons in transition.
Shutout to be heard. The shot clock winding down. A foul on the floor. And this one against the Dons. So Retino picks up his first. And San Francisco has 24 points on the board, not even 8 minutes in.
They've been layups and three-point shots. They've been attacking in transition, getting easy opportunities. And then the ball movement, the unselfish play, making the next pass has created open opportunities beyond the arc.
First 30 seconds after the foul. Smart, difficult shot, fading away, can't connect. Ferrari outside, another wide open triple. Retino now with 9.
And another timeout. Roy, how did that pass get through there? Ferrari threading the needle, and it is raining threes.
27-9 USF. Now back at the CBI Championship, San Francisco holding serve at home here in game number 1. Jason Capel, Roy Philpott. We take it back in time to 1 year ago. Wyoming and Coastal Carolina in the CBI Finals, and for the second season in a row, Mountain West Conference team won the CBI Championship. 2016, Nevada did it last year. The Cowboys of Wyoming, after losing the opener of the CBI Championship, Cowboys followed the lead of the tournament MVP, Justin James, a pair of decisive wins against Coastal Carolina as the CBI Championship was won by head coach Alan Edwards in his first year in Laramie. And again, you circle that one in 2015 and then Nevada the next season. Those two teams have used their success in this tournament and parlayed that into success in the Big Dance itself this year. Ramblers in the Final Four, Jason. Nevada made it all the way to the Elite Eight, so that winning experience certainly has a chance to pay dividends.
Absolutely, an opportunity for young teams and coaches building culture in their programs to get better. More practice times, a chance to improve on the things you want to moving forward in the future with your basketball program.
After the basket by Smart, lead dwindles to 16. McCarthy goes to work, and a rare miss for USF. Woolridge tracks it down. Draper just checking in.
The Dons have done an excellent job controlling the backboard as well. 5 white jerseys are finding a mean green player and keeping them off that offensive glass.
Second empty possession in a row for the Dons. North Texas just trying to settle in here on the road in this first game. And Woolridge fouled by McCarthy. That'll be his first.
San Francisco foul, number 10, Matt McCarthy. His first, second team foul. Number 0.
First substitutions coming in now for the Dons. Sule Boom checks in for the first time. And Jimbo Lowell, a 7-footer and an avid surfer from Manhattan Beach.
That has to be a pretty big surfboard for that big fella.
You know, we wondered about that. You would think so, but it's just an average size. They don't make a bigger surfboard for a 7-foot guy that wants to surf.
It's got to be a pretty big wave to carry that fella.
2-3 zone now implored by the Dons. And inside, easy basket. A.J. Lawson off the bench. Jason started most of the season. And now with this new quicker, better shooting starting 5, he comes off the bench. Lob down low. Renfro can't connect. Smart attacking. Somehow gets it to go, and he stuck that one in there.
And that's North Texas basketball. They want to run, push. You see that ball being hit up the sideline, looking to attack early. And Roosevelt Smart, he is wired to score, to shoot the basketball. A tough one there in transition.
Nine on the shot clock. Ferrari in traffic, lost the handle. And A.J. Lawson's been a spark off the bench for the Mean Green. Attacking the zone, Lawson wide open. Well, that's a shot you got to make.
Well, the Dons got lucky. The middle of that zone, the free throw line area on the nail is the sweet spot. The defense cannot allow that ball to enter there. Too many easy opportunities can occur when you penetrate the zone at that position.
More than halfway through our first half, Sule, boom! 6'3", 145 pounds. But effective on that last shot, as is Zach Simmons here.
And Zach Simmons has to get going. 64% from the field, and a big reason why he does his work in the paint. Great offensive rebound. And Roy, he didn't look to kick it out. He powered that ball quickly and decisively right back to the hoop.
I think you and I would agree North Texas has the athletic advantage. Question is, do they have the discipline to defend this Princeton-style attack? The answer so far has been a resounding no. And a fresh 30 as Lowell tracks it down. Ferrari fouled on the floor, no shot. And don't forget, coming up Wednesday, we'll be in Salt Lake City for our NBA game. Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz, the West playoff bubble as we speak. So every game is huge. We'll take on Boston. 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain Time. Our coverage tips with NBA Countdown on ESPN and also the ESPN app. Well, Kyrie's out for the C's. That's been a big loss, but I think Toronto's wrapped up the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Talk about those two ball clubs. The future is bright. Jason Tatum, a rookie out of Duke, and Donovan Spider Mitchell, a rookie out of Louisville for Utah. Bright futures for those two young men.
He's not playing like a rookie, I'll tell you that.
No, I think he's been the surprise. He was a guy that wasn't sure if he wanted to turn pro or not. And he's having a rookie of the year type of season out of Louisville.
7:59 remaining here in our first half as we step aside. USF 29, North Texas 17 here in the CBI Finals. San Francisco leading North Texas 29-17 back in game 1 of the College Basketball Invitational Finals. Jason Capel, Roy Philpott, we mentioned success in this tournament tends to translate fairly well in the future. Loyola Chicago won the CBI back in 2015. A year later, it was Nevada capturing the CBI championship. They then took those winning experiences to the next level. This year, the Ramblers all the way to the Final Four. They got a chance to win the whole thing. Nevada made it all the way to the Elite Eight. And we talked to both of these coaches today about the experience and making it this far. Grant McCaslin told us, you know what? It teaches our guys how to win. Loyola learned how to do it a couple of years ago. Nevada, the next season, it means something in the future for these programs.
Roy, there are only 10 teams in Division I basketball still playing. A chance to win a championship and build on the quality seasons both of these clubs have had.
Dunk by Arikaway is off the mark. Boom thought about it from the corner. Instead, here's Foster. Sule Boom. Count it!
Boone with the dribble penetration. He turned down the initial shot. A great job by Foster on the catch, shot fake, and he created another shot for Boone. 3-ball corner pocket by the freshman.
Duffy thinking about it. Stick back by Lawson is too strong. 32-17, under 7 to go in our first half. Be headed to the Super Pit down in Denton, Texas, Wednesday for Game 2. And if necessary, Game 3 will also be played down in the Lone Star State Friday night. Bouye gave it away. Smart. And a blocking foul, never establishing himself, was Chase Foster. That'll be his first.
And Roy, you can see the difference for the Dons when Frankie Ferrari is on the bench. The ball's not moving, becoming stagnant. And again, Roosevelt Smart is only going to play one way. Downhill attacking. Nice job there, drawing the contact, putting pressure on the defense. And Foster unable to come up with that charge.
Smart always in attack mode. We asked Grant McCaslin earlier today, is he your leader this year? And he said, no, not at all. He's kind of a big goofball. He's really out there to just score, to attack, and find a way to get buckets. That's what he does.
You know why he's here. He's here to score.
That's my kind of player right there.
Absolutely.
Miller, a strong finish at the rack. Miller inserted into the starting lineup for this CBI. He started the last couple of games, including tonight. Better shooter, more athletic. McCarthy down low, a strong finish for him. Woolridge, left-handed finish at the rim. Manning's fast.
So athletic, so fast. He's going to bring the action to you. I jokingly refer to him as a little Russell Westbrook. Where's number 0? Super athlete. You saw a piece of it there.
Three-point shooting continues to be why not. Foster now in double figures with 10. Now Chase Foster, 10 points, 3 rebounds. He's dropped 4 dimes, Jason. Doing a little bit of everything. A rejection by Renfro. 3 players hit the deck. Held ball. Now to give it back to the Dons.
First to the floor typically comes away with the basketball. Both teams playing hard, but it's the defense of the Dons. Nothing easy. You drive to the basket. Renfro goes up high to send it away. And then live bodies on the floor. The officials are going to bring out a little wet spot on the floor. We must be careful. Don't want anyone getting injured. But Roy, both teams are playing with great effort. The Dons are just in such a great offensive flow. They're pushing tempo, they're picking apart, they're driving and dishing, creating opportunities to find open teammates.
37-21, USF back to work. 5 minutes to go in our first half. And the story has been 3-point shooting. The Dons 9 of 11. Make it 9 of 12 on that air ball by Renfro. 2 on 3, bounce pass. And a late whistle results in 2 free throws. between Miller, Smart. This backcourt that also includes now Jordan Duffy in the starting lineup for North Texas. They're ferocious in transition.
We're talking about a team that has made 43-point shots in their last 3 games. This lead is not insurmountable. The Mean Green has an opportunity to come back, but they have to do it on the defensive end.
Miller shooting 75% at the line this year. Junior out of Indiana, 0 for 2. Here's Foster. And Miller rips it out of there. Duffy. A quick trigger on that shot. McCarthy somehow saves it. Foster. Smart left open. That's his spot. That's what he's been doing in postseason play. 4th leading scorer in Conference USA in the regular season, now with 10 points.
That's 2 guards growing together. Woolridge understood Smart was behind him, simply dropped that ball behind his back. The Mean Green doing it defensively here.
Miller behind the back at an offensive foul. Meanwhile, USF continues to show the hot hand from bonus land. 9 of 13 from behind the 3-point arc. 37-24 the Dons from the WCC in control early.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by One A Day Men's and Walt Disney World Resort.
Back at the CBI Finals, Game 1. It's the best of 3. Jason Capel, Roy Philpott. The score tells the story. Kyle Smith, in his 2nd season for the Dons, is wired tonight.
It's all right. It's all right. Just make sure we don't get too taking good shots in transition, making the right plays. Just keep doing that. All right? Playing great. Don't tell you. Keep playing great.
Hey, defend. Up that other side. We got that defend.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds good, right? I mean, you guys are playing well. Not really much else you need to add at this point.
Take care of the ball, make the right play, continue to take good shots. Roy, sometimes as a coach, the best thing to do is just take your hands off the wheel and let the players do their thing.
Okay.
He's right. They're playing well, especially when number 2 in white has been on the floor orchestrating this high-octane offense.
You played the game. You've been a coach. Ferrari can't connect. And it's been that kind of first half for North Texas. Can you fall in love with a 3-point shot too early? Can it become fool's gold at a point later on and where you almost get lazy on offense? That would be my one concern for San Francisco. A small one at this point, mind you.
If you're taking quick shots, yes.
All right.
But they've been very strategic. They're moving the basketball side to side, taking the driving lines, and creating opportunities when the defense is put in rotation.
No layoff Renfro. Shot an air ball moments ago. Foster. Corner triple. Good by Retino. He now has 12.
And that possession is a perfect example. Every player touched the ball that possession. The ball moved from side to side until it found its way to an open shooter in the corner because the defense was put in rotation.
Well, obviously at this point, USF imposing its will on North Texas. Mean Green have not been able to get out in transition, and their half-court offense has been stagnant at times.
But you look at the ball movement. The dribble handoff is not there. The back door, unable to catch and deliver. But the baseline drift. And Retino, his hands are ready, his feet are set, and when the ball touches, he's ready to let it fly. Great ball movement and finding the open teammate, passing up what could be a good shot for a great shot each possession.
This offense is clicking. It's poetry in motion. It's a lot of fun to watch. Foster somehow kept his dribble alive. Plenty of time on the shot clock, approaching 10 seconds. Foster from 17. Here's Ferrari. And Smart finally clears for the Mean Green. Woolridge attacking off the glass and the teardrop.
One-man fast break, Brian Woolridge is. And if you're a guard, you have to have that. I'll call it the giant killer in your arsenal. Getting the lane floated high off the glass. A little window shopping.
Renfro gets into the act. The junior from Tucson. 43-26. USF has now set a new single-season school record for three-pointers made. Needed 2 to set that record tonight. And already in the first half, they've hit 11. Miller back to work. And the tip-in active inside.
Great job by Miller sticking with it. You talk about Renfro, any points he gives you is a bonus. His job, the Dons are matching athlete for athlete. He's defending Woolridge, a bigger player, a guy that can match the athleticism.
Lowell somehow saved that one. 1:08 remaining in our first half. Don't forget Tuesday on ESPN, the NIT. And once again, we'll have the semis live from MSG. As we bring you that first semifinal, Western Kentucky, Utah, then Mississippi State against Penn State. 7 and 9:30, the NIT championship headed your way Thursday at 7 o'clock on ESPN. A fun weekend of basketball. Renfro again, this time he's short. NIT, another tournament where you have success there, it can translate to the big dance later on. It'll stay with San Francisco. 30 on the shot clock, 52 remaining here in our first half. You surprised by what we've seen so far?
I am. You understand both teams love to shoot the three-point shot, but just how easy of opportunities the Dons have gotten. Their offense has been surgical, and they really knocked the Mean Green back on their heels this entire first half.
Rotino again. Perfect from bonus land. 15 points tonight.
And now falling back into their 2-3 zone, throwing that curveball in the last 30 seconds of the first half.
Woolridge draws contact, will shoot 2. Now San Francisco has built leads against quality teams this year only to give those leads back in the second half. So as explosive as North Texas has been in this college basketball invitational, go anywhere just yet. Mean Green have scored 90 points or more 3 games in a row. The first time in more than 25 years. One more coming for Woolridge.
Number 55, DJ Draper, replaces Jordan Duffy for North Texas.
Averaging 92 per contest coming into tonight. Grant McCaslin changing up his starting 5. Jordan Duffy finally healthy. That's made a difference, but tonight still trying to get on track.
But you look at the shooting numbers there, they jump off the page. But for me, the 17 assists per game. Tonight, we've seen more one-on-one play, less ball movement. You have to give the nod to San Francisco, the job they've done on the defensive end, being very disruptive.
Shot clock is off, and here comes Ferrari. Against Woolridge, there it is. Open, and a nice job defensively. Desperation Eve, well short. Block was by Simmons. And a nice stand for the Mean Green right before halftime. 46-30, our halftime score. USF connecting on 12 first half triples. Led by Rotino's 15. Foster chipped in 10. And Frankie Ferrari with 9. Coming up next, the College Game Day crew will share their thoughts on Loyola of Chicago and their chances in the Final Four. Stay tuned.
We have a number of contestants right inside that hula hoop. Remember, it's the one closest to the O in the word prominent. Record sales tonight for this contest. Record sales. $188 worth. There's one sitting just about right on the O. Maybe somebody can knock them out. We'll see. All right, they're starting to pick up now, so if you haven't thrown them, let them go now. Last opportunity.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And Skittles, taste the rainbow.
Back inside the Sobrano Center, start of our second half, the CBI Finals. San Francisco leading North Texas 46-30. Jason Capel, Roy Philpott on hand. The story in the first 20. Three-point shooting of the Dons, 12 of 18 from distance. Jordan Rattino, perfect in that first half. You really can't ask for better basketball if you're a fan of San Francisco. And of course, this school, this program, rich in history. Bill Russell played here, won a couple of national championships. Casey Jones also played for the Dons program. And even Bill Cartwright back in the mid-1970s won a couple of championships later on with the Chicago Bulls and had San Francisco rolling back in '75 in his freshman season. He's in attendance tonight too. Bill Cartwright continues to help out his former school in alumni relations. Opening possession of our second half. North Texas with the basketball. Miller the finish.
Michael Miller.
And a little more patience out of halftime. You see the ball move from one side to the other, creating that driving line, a higher percentage shot off the bounce.
Is there anything you'd like to see North Texas do different defensively to start our second half?
Well, I think in the ball screens, they have to figure out what they're going to do with Ferrari. But just defending the ball altogether, you can't allow middle penetration. That's going to put your defense in rotation and create those easy opportunities for pocket passes and easy twos inside.
48-32 after the basket by McCarthy. 1 minute into our second half. It's the best of three. Same two teams will play Wednesday night in Denton, Texas, just north of Dallas, as Woolridge scores. And Woolridge now in double figures with 10. McCarthy tries to save it, and he does to Foster.
That's a 50-50 ball the Mean Green has to come up with. Did the job there in the ball screen, but partner, you cannot go under. Woolridge has to be more disciplined, fight over the top, make Ferrari play in traffic.
Duffy in transition on the secondary break was hacked.
That's his first.
Renfro will pick up his first. That's 15 in white.
Number 55.
Well, you mentioned it earlier too. Renfro at 6'7". He's picked up Woolridge in the open court a couple of times tonight and has done his best to try to stay in front of him.
When shoot around, we had a chance to talk to associate head coach Derek Phelps, and he said they were going to go athlete for athlete. The bigger, longer, more athletic player, Renfro, getting the defensive assignment against the jet that is Ryan Woolridge. And he's been up to the task so far in this contest.
You saw on your screen the win in the semifinals against Jacksonville State. That advanced North Texas here to the CBI championship. Certainly our thoughts and prayers with everybody back in Jacksonville, Alabama after the tornadoes that struck more than a week ago. Quick Google search can tell you how to donate to a very worthy cause to help out those tornado victims. San Francisco has been in control since early in this when North Texas jumped out to a 5-2 lead. Dons responded with a 16-0 run to create this separation. 5 to shoot. Renfro, that's not his game. Step back triple. And controlled by the Mean Green. Here's Woolridge. Boy, he's so fast in transition. It's the first thing you said to me this morning. Keep an eye out for Woolridge. Renfro on the other end connects. And a chance for three the hard way.
And Woolridge is still on the floor. The drive to the basket took a hit. But the defensive job, Renfro contesting everything. The block shot, coast to coast, takes the harm, chin up, focused on the rim. Able to finish that play. 2 and possibly 3-point play.
It looked as if Woolridge caught either an elbow or a hand to the face after he drifted underneath the rim when that shot was rejected. There was no foul called. And the good news is it appears Ryan Woolridge is going to be okay. And Grant McCaslin, I think rightfully so, asking how come there was not a foul called in that sequence. Jason, he hit the deck pretty hard. Jordan Duffy will come in to give Woolridge a little bit of a respite. One more look.
You understand that Ryan Woolridge is going to bring the action to you. A one-man fast break, the attack downhill, taking on 2 Dons. There you see there Renfro with the block. His opposite hand inadvertently slapped down and caught the face, possibly scratching the eye. You see the trainer working on Woolridge's eyes on the bench. You just hope that young man is okay. And an important part of this Mean Green lineup.
DJ Draper checks in, as well as Duffy in his absence. Duffy can't connect on the triple. 50-34, Don's in control. McCarthy. Jump hook is too strong, gets it back. And a nice job by Simmons simply to stand his ground. Miller thinking about it, launches off the heel. But Foster left wide open, instead penetrates and scores.
How about that move? The shot fake looked like he was going to attack middle, crosses over to the right hand, creates an open avenue all the way to the cup.
Hey fans, stay connected with all of the tournament.
When you're a shooter, you force the defense to close out to you hot. A crafty crossover right there, all the way to the cup. A fillet, an easy 2 points.
52-34, San Francisco leading North Texas. Back inside the old War Memorial Gymnasium, which is getting set to be remodeled in the next 24 months. A $30 million renovation planned. And Jason Capel, Roy Philpott, we got a nice tour of the virtual reality sector of what that's going to look like earlier today, Jason, from the athletic director here at San Francisco, Scott Sidwell. And they've got big plans here. 24 months, $30 million, luxury suites, a new practice facility to enhance the recruiting process here at USF.
And it looks very impressive. And when you think of the history of this program, rightfully so, you need to have good facilities to bring in quality players. And when you have that type of support from your administration and a coach that has back-to-back 20-win seasons, you're building for something that is going to be very special now as well as going into the future.
2 national championships back in the mid-50s with Bill Russell. As Lawson will have 1 more free throw upcoming. Also won the NIT back in 1949. And for Kyle Smith, you mentioned the 20-win campaigns. It's only his 2nd year here. Back-to-back 20-win seasons. That's the first time that's happened since 1981. Boom checking back in for USF. Ferrari's had a quiet start to his second half. Souley Boom off the bounce, too strong. Lawson will dump it off to Simmons, nothing doing. Now the jump hook is short. Woolridge is also checked back in the contest. Ahead to Lawson. Now Lawson a spark in the first 20 minutes, now with 4 points.
When you're able to get stops and you check out on the defensive glass, you can have opportunities to push in transition. Woolridge back in the game, a nice find, pitching that ball ahead.
Boy, Duffy wanted the foul, still connects inside.
Well, he lost the ball, seemingly throwing it around Ferrari. Lost his footing, able to come up with the rock, and puts it in off the glass.
Jason, that's his first points tonight. Highly touted recruit. North Texas was able to get him over Texas Tech. He's been injured all season long. He's got to get something going in the second half for the Mean Green to have a chance to come back. Ferrari off the screen. A chance now for North Texas. Woolridge nearly turned it over. Now 14-15 remaining, and there's another USF legend, Bill Cartwright. Led the Dons to a #1 ranking back in the mid-70s. San Francisco, a 14-point lead against North Texas, back in the Bay Area. And Kyle Smith, year #2, wired for us tonight.
Okay, so make sure matchups are right. You got Smart, I'm sure he's in there. Keep going. Good. Put that thing on. I think got hit on it, but good job. Keep pumping it inside. Inside out's going to be good for us, all right? Just keep going. Playing right.
I mean, the thing you love about Coach, #1, he never sits still. #2, he's always positive, which you like. You love that as a player, right?
Incredibly positive and empowering his players. He's saying continue to go inside out, and that doesn't just mean throw it into a big guy. That's getting your footprints in the paint and then spraying the ball out to open shooters, creating opportunities for another.
Woolridge.
Good pass.
And Simmons couldn't finish. Simmons has 11 rebounds to lead both teams this evening, but just 2 points.
But as Woolridge is driving to the basket, drawing the defense, Simmons has to cut on that pass. It should simply be catch on the move, powering his body to the hoop, not jumping off one leg, exposing the ball to the defense.
And he shoots 65% from the floor this year. He can certainly move stronger to the rack.
Absolutely.
Than what we just saw. And an offensive foul. Lowell on the moving screen was caught. Golden opportunity now for North Texas.
The Mean Green, they're getting the stops necessary to make a run in this game. They have to do the job on the offensive end, but they are a costly turnover. But the Dons give it right back, trying to attack early.
Another side of that is USF 0 for 5 from bonus lane in this second half, so they've gone to the well a couple of more times in our final 20 minutes with nothing to show for it, but still a 14-point lead. Reminder, game 2 Wednesday night in Denton, Texas at the Super Pit. And a potential game 3 Friday night also down in the Lone Star State. Rebound by Rattino. Feeds Lowell down low. And Lowell got too excited. Woolridge, look out. Oh, and rejected from behind by Renfro.
Renfro has been the plastic man throughout this contest. The run from behind block. We've seen this multiple times in this game. Doesn't give up on the play, times his jump perfectly. Blocking the shot without drawing a foul. That extra effort to take away what would have been an easy opportunity in transition.
Was that a Stacey Augmon reference right there?
Absolutely, the running Rebels.
I love it. Miller off the bounce, feeds Woolridge. Outside to Duffy, just 2 points tonight for #2 in black. Elbow jumper. Simmons a fresh 30. And the stick back.
And Roy, they need him to step up. As you said, he's doing the job rebounding the basketball, but they need his presence. 64% from the field. Rebound, gather yourself, and power that ball back to the hoop.
Boom is short. Controlled by Duffy, and here comes North Texas. Woolridge. Renfro the board. Boom on the fast break. It'll stay with the Dons. 11:39 remaining here in the CBI Finals, Game 1 in San Francisco. A 12-point lead. Here at the finals of the CBI, 52-40. San Francisco out in front of North Texas. We'll take you back in time once again 8 years ago as this CBI tournament flashback features one of the best coaches in the game this decade, Shaka Smart, Will Wade, an assistant, Mike Jones now at Radford, also a part of that staff. And what a run it was to lead the Rams to the CBI championship and 27 wins in his first year as a head coach. VCU, of course, would go on to the Final Four the next season. Once again, we talk about success in this tournament translating to the big dance. VCU, 2010. Loyola Chicago, 2015. Nevada, the next season. All of those teams making deep runs in the field of 68.
Talk about Will Wade and Mike Jones. Also on that staff, pitcher Mike Rhodes, who is now the head coach at VCU. A great staff that Coach Shaka Smart had early in his career at VCU. All guys getting head coaching jobs.
No look dish, McCarthy down low.
The extra effort, 50-50 balls are going the way of the Dons. And once again, unselfish play of McCarthy. He does all the dirty work, sets the screen, scores inside. An easy opportunity for a 2 in the paint.
Lead is back at 14, approaching the halfway point of our second half, and a blocking foul inside. Renfro was in the area, and the guilty party, that'll be his second.
Number 15, Nate Renfro, is second. Team foul number 5 of the half.
Now you get the sense it's now or never for North Texas. They'll definitely get a game 2 at home Wednesday night, potentially game 3 if the series is tied on Friday. And in terms of this one, they've made a run, still trailing by double digits. And a rebound by McCarthy in traffic.
But Roy, everything is contested. Each shot, whether three-pointers or on the drive, the Dons are doing the job defensively of rotating, contesting everything. Ferrari, maybe the easiest look he's had all night. Didn't realize he was so open.
Smart throws up an air ball. Inside, Rattino blocked. Smart, a nice job to recover defensively. He's everywhere. Boy, tough finish over the 6'7" Renfro.
You love at the point guard position the way that Woolridge always has his eyes up the floor looking to pitch the ball ahead. What a backdoor cut. The setup by Chase Foster, a left-hander, driving left, draws the defense, and that pocket pass to Ferrari, who ensures he does not miss the chippy that time down.
Well, the back door was open on the Ferrari that time, wasn't it? Traveling violation and a clinic for the Princeton offense right here.
Was Smart not giving up on the play, sprinting back with the block shot, and then he's a wide receiver on an out route, throws his hand up, Woolridge finds him. Great shot fake, getting Renfro in the air, a guy that has had those comfort behind blocks in transition. Tough 2 inside.
Foster off the bounce. It'll stay with the Dons. Grant McCaslin, first season down in Denton. Graduated from Baylor. His team won only 8 games last year, and he's turned it around quickly now with 18 victories this season. Viewed as one of the up-and-comers in this sport that we love. Ferrari bought some extra time. The rebound by McCarthy. Shot didn't hit the rim. Tap back out again, Ferrari. Renfro finally.
4 opportunities at the basket. And something coaches love, McCarthy tipping the ball away, keeping it alive. And the defense of the Dons continues to be stellar. What a nice job by the Mean Green getting back.
Ortino, he took on 3 defenders that time, Jason. Came up empty. And Woolridge hit the deck hard on the other end.
USF foul number 15.
Just live bodies. That's the 4th opportunity. The Dons keeping the ball alive, no box out. And the most athletic player of the Dons finds himself uncontested. Goes up high for the tip-in.
3rd foul on Renfro. As Woolridge will get 1 more.
Number 55, DJ Draper replaces Roosevelt Smart.
Roosevelt Smart will check out. DJ Draper back in. 2 free throws for Woolridge. 58-44, 8.5 to go. The Dons have been a step quicker on both ends of the floor tonight. And this guy, one of the main reasons. An outstanding court vision. Renfro a bit reluctant, but a fresh 30.
When you don't box out, the offensive team is making you pay. Foster another offensive rebound, but McCarthy is going to be whistled for an offensive foul. That's going to be his 2nd.
Kyle Smith loved that call, didn't he?
The emphatic head shake. He does not agree. We talked about how positive coach has been. He did not like that last call.
A little shake and bake for Duffy, and he connects. And here comes North Texas once again. The lead has dwindled to 11.
Roy, it feels like it's a 20-point game, and the Dons have been in control throughout. But the Mean Green simply continues to hang around. If they can string together some stops and, more importantly, box out and finish possessions with the defensive rebound, they could get even closer in this contest.
Foster left open. Simmons the rebound. Another opening for North Texas. Woolridge attacking, it's what he does. An empty possession for North Texas. Now timeout on the floor, 58-47 our score, 7:02 remaining here in game 1.
Once again, fans, your USF
58-47, San Francisco in front of North Texas. Game 1 of the CBI Finals with Jason Capel, Roy Philpott. And coming up Wednesday night, Salt Lake City will be the destination for our NBA contest. Boston and Utah. Donovan Mitchell, what a rookie campaign it has been for the Jazz. A 9:30 tip. Coverage tips off with NBA Countdown on ESPN and also the ESPN app. Playoff time's almost here. We're like a week out from the start of the playoffs, which is insane if you think about it. No, back to live action. Still an opportunity for the Mean Green on the road to steal his first game. McCarthy trying to bring down the house. Instead, will shoot 2.
Out of the timeout, the Mean Green setting up their full court pressure. And a nice job by the Dons. Renfro met that pass. The gamble allowed him to attack. 2-on-1 opportunity. And McCarthy, the strong attack to the hoop.
McCarthy 58% at the line this year. coming off his second career double-double. Meanwhile, his teammate Chase Foster has picked up a double-double already this evening with 12 points, 10 boards. He's also got 6 assists. All that meaningless. North Texas comes back, of course. Here's Duffy feeling it, penetrating, and a strong finish. He's got 7. And Dolik now, the lead dwindles to 9.
That was a big-time individual play. Great footwork, use of the shot fake, and attacking that baseline, getting all the way to the cup.
A late whistle, loss in the guilty party. And Jordan Duffy, his story has been well documented in North Texas, Jason. Now with 7 points, he suffered 4 separate injuries this year, going all the way back to the summer. Broke his foot, had a bruised knee, a strained hip flexor, and a concussion. Finally healthy and now inserted into the starting lineup. Brent McCaslin has said many times, going all the way back to the preseason, he could be the best player on this team. Only now demonstrating that potential. 4 on the shot clock. Renfro, an open look from the corner, and that's a big one. That's a big one.
Short shot clock, your defense has done the job, but the back door for Ferrari leads to an opportunity for Renfro. 3-ball corner pocket.
But Draper just poked that one up in the air like a defensive back. Duffy picked it off and finishes. He's got 9. You can see the explosive nature of this team when they get going.
You can see the confidence growing by Duffy. Looks a little winded, but he continues to play hard and attack. And a crafty finish there in traffic.
Renfro's been tentative launching that 3-point shot tonight. 5 to shoot. Bertino blocked. Duffy was there and has whistled for his second foul.
Precise ball movement, moving without the basketball. When you turn your head is when they make you pay. Ferrari on the catch, knows where his teammate is going to be. The corners will always be filled. And Renfro has knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this contest, not known as a shooter, but against a short shot clock, it seems that guys' percentages go up for some reason when they're facing 2 or 1 second to get it off.
I think Ferrari knows where his teammates are going to be before his teammates know where they're going to be.
Absolutely. The sign of a true point guard and an extension of the coach leading the attack on the floor.
2 big misses by Bertino. Woolridge will set up the offense, approaching 5 to play. North Texas has trailed virtually the entire game. Woolridge turns it over. That's just sloppy.
And what we said about Ferrari, Woolridge, he thought he was trying to get that ball to Simmons because the defense was in rotation, but you can't think for a teammate, and you have to be aware when you're playing in traffic.
Foster. Simmons claims the board. Miller, crossover. Saved by Woolridge, no foul. Boy, they're letting him play tonight. Smart launches. Well, how many big shots has North Texas had to try to make this a single-digit game? Cut it to 9 moments ago. Have not been able to get any closer.
Roy, but what you love from this North Texas team, they took a haymaker in the first half. They got off the mat, continue to fight. They're playing hard, getting good opportunities. They just can't seem to get over the hump. But a nice move there, attacking the paint, the spin move. Michael Miller, and don't look now, but it's an 8-point ball game coming down to crunch time the last 4 minutes of this contest.
Miller with 12. Under 4 to go. High ball screen, Ferrari. Nearly lost the handle. Renfro again. This time attacking.
Personal foul, North Texas, number 24, Zachary Simmons, his 3rd.
And USF living on the edge. The Dons lead it by 8. 3:42 to go here in the CBI Finals.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Credible. Refinance your student loans at Credible.com before your next payment is due. And One-A-Day Men's.
Beautiful night in San Francisco. Back here inside of War Memorial Gymnasium at the Sobrano Center. 61-53 our score. The Dons out in front. It's the best of three. This is game one. Game two coming up Wednesday night. Down in beautiful Denton, Texas. Jason, this has been my first trip to San Fran. That guy's been here longer than I've been.
He had the Hulk, Mighty Hulk hands on. My 4-year-old has those, and I get hit with them all the time. The afro, the jersey, but the Hulk hands that make the sound when you punch. That's a true fan right there.
He's got some autographs
Absolutely.
on there, too.
He's for, you can see the wear and tear on the knuckles right there. That's big time.
It's my first trip to San Francisco on campus here. It's been fantastic. Great food, great city, and a program that's got a lot of basketball tradition that many people don't know about, including those youngsters perhaps. Trying to turn the corner, take the next step in the West Coast Conference. 2 big misses at the line and another chance for the Mean Green.
The Dons are leaving the door open because they cannot convert at the foul line, leaving points on the board, and that is dangerous when you talk about coming down the stretch and being able to finish ball games.
Played them against Campbell in the semifinals of the CBI. Just 2 of 9 at the line tonight, 7 to shoot. Woolridge turns it over again. Rattino comes out of there. And Ferrari wisely milk the clock. At least trying to set up the offense. McCarthy down low.
You see the difference between the 2 point guards there. Ferrari making smart decisions, knowing when to attack and when to facilitate. You see Smart trying to get downhill there. Coach McCaslin has been begging for fouls, thinking his players who love to attack are getting hit when they get to the hoop. We said it, the officials have allowed them to play. There has been a lot of contact on the ball as well as when the players get in the paint.
And I would agree with that. Here's Foster. All net. 14 triples for the Dons. And a timeout on the floor. Lead is back to 13. 2:27 remaining. Well, it was just 2 years ago. Eric Musselman became one of the big stories in the Mountain West Conference, leading Nevada to the CBI championship. MVP Tyron Criswell led the Wolfpack in the win against Morehead State in an epic 3-game battle, culminated in an 85-82 overtime victory. The Wildcats going down, the Wolfpack taking advantage. And for Nevada, that has paid dividends in this year's NCAA tournament. Made it all the way to the Elite Eight. Lost to Loyola Chicago. Those Ramblers, or made it to the Sweet 16 rather. And a stoppage and play out of the timeout. 66-53 our score. So our veteran officiating crew had their wires crossed. I agree with the assessment. They have let them play tonight. I would say for the most part it's been that way on both sides for both programs, Jason, but certainly that has hindered what North Texas wants to do with these athletic guards.
Guards that want to get downhill and attack the paint against the zone. Great execution. The look away pass by Woolridge gets it to the middle. And Simmons, an easy 2 going up strong with the jam.
Lead is back to 11, approaching 2 to go. Trapping pressure now for the Mean Green. McCarthy down low. Six on the shot clock. Skip pass, Rattino, air ball. Smart, quick trigger for 3. And a big shot turns it into an 8-point game. 90 seconds remaining.
And on each make, the Mean Green can set up their run and jump defense. And this is something I wanted to see earlier in the contest. Your fastball wasn't working. Home runs were being hit out of the park. You switch to the curb, speed up, make the Dons have to make decisions in distress. But when you're driving a Ferrari, you can make plays down the stretch, a one-way trip down the highway, over the top for a tough two.
And back to USF. Well, he's driving his car. He scored 15. He's dropped 9 times. And a timeout on the floor. Let's take a look at our game track brought to you by Credible and Ferrari. One of the stories, Chase Foster, the other, a double-double tonight, 15 and 10. And Jason really set the tone in this contest in our first 20 minutes.
Well, he's done a bit of everything. He's knocked down shots from the perimeter, but he's also been an excellent facilitator, a guy that has drawn the defense, found open teammates, but also coming downhill, securing rebounds, allowing the Dons to play fast and attack early in transition.
The senior out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado, a 3-time All-Academic WCC performer is Chase Foster. And San Francisco in position to take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series. And for Kyle Smith, looks like he'll head down to Denton, Texas Wednesday night with that 1-game advantage in his back pocket. You like the best-of-3 format? It's different. It's like the NBA. It's really the only tournament championship that we see like this at the collegiate level.
I do. I like it a lot. You give teams opportunity to earn it. It's not just you can get hot one game and advance and win a championship. You have to prove you can win, take care of home, which the Dons have done an excellent job tonight throughout this contest. But now you have to go on the road for possibly 2 games and earn the right to call yourself the CBI champs.
And the Super Pit has been devastating to opponents this year. They're expecting a raucous crowd in Denton on Wednesday night, and of course we'll be there for all the action. Boom. 24 seconds remaining. Simmons, the stick back, that's his 21st rebound. Go along with 8 points, so he's put together a career night on the boards, but it has not been enough. And free throws coming up now for San Francisco.
His second, 8th team foul. Number 15, Nate Renfro for Sule Boom. Chase Foster at the line for the Dons.
North Texas will be pushed to the brink Wednesday night. And the Mean Green will have to win game 2 to force a game 3 Friday.
Chase Foster shoots 1-1.
And meanwhile, San Francisco will have to find a way to win one of its next 2 on the road to claim this year's CBI title.
They've done the main job. Take care of home, protect your house. A great first half, 12 3-point makes. Really set the tone and done just enough here in this second half to maintain seemingly a 10-point lead throughout to possibly walk away 1 game ahead and 1 game to go to a possible championship.
In and out for Woolridge. Simmons another board, his 22nd. And Zach Simmons win this game 1 with a double-double. And a quick foul in the inbounds, but too little too late. The lead at 8 with 6.7 seconds remaining.
Texas, number 2, Jordan Duffy, his 3rd, 9th team
But
foul.
Roy, again, you love the effort from North Texas. They were down big in the first half. It's an 8-point game. They never gave up. They continue to fight. This is a young team that's building and learning how to win. You drop this game on the road, but you have one game at a time, which could be 2 games on your home floor. You couldn't ask for anything better. They did the job competing in the second half. That has to translate for a full 40 minutes.
5 seconds remaining. Woolridge comes up short again, and that'll do it. San Francisco claims game 1 of the CBI Finals. 72-62 our final score, and the Dons improved to 22-15. Game 2 coming up Wednesday night in Texas. San Francisco will have a chance to close out North Texas at that time. And the story tonight was the three-point shooting, especially in the first half for the San Francisco Dons.
Don't forget, fans, hope to see
Frankie Ferrari, a junior from right here in California, his second stint with USF, poured in 13 points, dropped 9 assists tonight. And the first team all West Coast Conference performer was clutch when his team needed him the most.
we will have pizza and there'll be a cash bar.
Ferrari averaging nearly 5 assists per game coming in, had 9 tonight in a performance that put San Francisco in position to claim its first postseason championship in more than 55 years. Now, Jason Capel has more with tonight's game-winning coach Kyle Smith. Jason?
Coach, you guys really did a great job to begin this game, sharing the basketball, 12 three-point shots in the first half. What were you able to do to create those opportunities from behind the arc?
You know, I think we got a lot of back doors. We're in transition. We got a lot of things. We made it. We played with a lot of momentum. I know it's going to be hard to sustain. I looked down stat sheet. We're 7-8 from 3, and I'm like, we got to keep guarding. I thought we did a great job defensively on Woolridge and kept them out of lane as best we can. He's a good player.
So much can be said about what your offense did, but as you talked about, your defense did the job. This high-octane offense, the guards love to attack and get downhill. What was the mindset to keep the guards out of the lane, but also protect the three-point line as well?
You know, they got a lot of ways to score, and it really keep them out of transition. I thought they still probably scored 12 to 14 points in transition off makes, off missed free throws. So it keep them out of transition. I don't want to reveal too much. We got to play them in 48 hours, but that's what happened.
Well, a great job protecting your home floor. What's the mindset now, having to go on the road with an opportunity to win a championship?
It's a great opportunity. We have a lot of tough road games in this league that you have to get by, and I know that North Texas is fully invested. I saw they have good crowds. It's going to be awesome. So it'll be tough. You know the deal, 2 time zones away. Probably some officials with a twang. I have to bring. I'm from Houston. I got to remind them I'm from Houston, so it should be fun.
Congrats, Coach. Enjoy this tonight. We'll see you in a couple days.
All right, thanks, Ed. Thanks a lot.
Jason, great job. 72-62 our final score. Jordan Rattino, a sophomore from Livermore, California, made a team-high 79 threes coming into tonight. He added 5 more to that slate. Was 5 of 9 overall, 5 of 6 for bonus land. There's 17 points, also a difference maker. He's a member of the All-WCC freshman team a year ago, and now as a sophomore has been rock solid from behind the three-point arc. And that was the story. Three-point shooting for the Dons, 14 triples made in all, 14 out of 33 for 42%. And North Texas back to the drawing board, Jason. Mean Green, you mentioned it several times, did a really nice job to stay in contention. Pulled within 8 on 2 occasions in our final 20 minutes. But USF really in control from the early going. Never looked back after establishing that lead with a 16-0 run.
Well, just too much to overcome. When you think of how the Dons came out in the first half, sharing the basketball, moving it around, moving from side to side, the Mean Green, their defense was in rotation the entire first 20 minutes. 12 three-point shots really got the Dons going, and they held on because of their defense. When you think of this high-octane offense by North Texas, you get back in transition, you keep the guards out of the lane, and then you contest the three-point shot. A great effort for 40 minutes by San Francisco.
Take me to game 2 Wednesday night for the Mean Green. What do they need to do differently to have a chance to win this?
Well, first of all, Dorothy said it best. There's no place like home. And the Mean Green get to go back to the pit, an opportunity to rebuild and regroup. But it has to start on the defensive end. At the point of attacking the ball screens, you cannot allow penetration to get downhill where the shooters are able to get open and knock down shots. Defensively is where it has to start, and I think we're going to see North Texas shoot a higher percentage on their home floor.
Best part about the CBI, it's the best of 3, game 2. Coming up Wednesday night right here on ESPNU. Our final score, 72-62. USF, the big winners. Stay tuned. We'll send you to the studio right after this break.